Hello and welcome to Noted. Something very interesting is happening in town, and that is GHEDEX. It's the 20th anniversary. They missed it last year with the pandemic, but here we are catching up, and I'm sure you're making it in a bigger way. You came back with a lot of revenge, isn't it? If you're not going to have the people walk in, you are going to them. And what an interesting concept, gaming. So joining us, of course, is Amar Abdullah Babood. He is the CEO and the person behind Sadiq Khan, COO from Arab Research Bureau and OITE. So welcome on board on Noted right here on Oman Observer. This is something, annually everybody waits as students get ready to graduate. So how is it going to be different this year?
Thank you, Lakshmi, for the introduction. First of all, I'd like to thank you for having us on here. It's a great pleasure for us and for providing us with this platform to welcome everyone to GHEDEX and to update them on everything that has changed since the last event of GHEDEX. It's very exciting, like you said, and we've put a lot of work and effort into this new platform. And I think it's kind of something which has really transformed the whole event, something which will also help to transform the industry of education, training, and skills, and also something which will transform events for the future, I believe. So I think, yes. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
You asked me what's exciting, what's new. So there's a lot of technology that we've been working on. People will be able to come to GHEDEX completely virtually. They'll be able to log in from their laptops, PCs, Macs, Android phones, be able to come to the event. But it's very different to other virtual events. This event, you'll really feel like you are physically there because of the 3D, because of the virtual reality, because of the artificial intelligence. It's very engaging and very fun.
It's almost like a gaming, I understand, and it's almost, perfectly designed with Oman Convention and Exhibition Center in mind. So it's almost like I have had a sneak preview. So it's like you get to walk with the main entrance and at the same time go to the counter, to the reception, to register yourself. So all this actually happens virtually, that we are actually registering.
That's right. So gaming is for everyone. Gaming is not just in the traditional way we used to think that it was for children. Even adults can enjoy gaming. And I think in this new world where kind of the patience of people or the focus of people can be easily distracted, gaming is a really good way to be able to give value and benefit and get people to have fun. Because when people are having fun and enjoying, they will spend longer, they will be able to dive deeper into more content. And the way we've designed it is that you will actually feel like you're at the OCEC, at the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center. This center is the place where we've done our event for many, many years, and we believe it's the most beautiful exhibition and conference center in the whole of the Arab world. And now you can enter the center virtually as if you were there.
Now, let's take a look at it, Sadiq. You've been very excited about it, and how long did it take for the organization to actually build it up?
Thank you, Lakshmi. It's very exciting. I like to mention this, that when we started GHEDEX the first time in 2000, I was involved with the company, and now in 2021, which is 21 years later, a certain situation has occurred to us where we're not able to physically meet the representatives from over 200 universities, which would come down to Oman from US, from UK, from Canada, from Australia, around the world. And all these approved universities would meet students face-to-face, meet parents, discuss their application, give them guidance and recruit them. And unfortunately, last year we couldn't do this in 2020 because of the pandemic. And the way it has progressed, and we have like another third wave now. So we don't see physical events happen. So what we did is we spent almost like 9 to 10 months developing the platform. There have been many events on virtual platforms. Some have been like two-dimension, some basically photographs where visitors would come and then they would get disengaged. This one is very strong. It is developed on the artificial intelligence platform, wherein we have a lot of algorithms which have been set inside the platform, which basically uses data science. It is three dimensions, so the visitors do not experience anything less than what they would see in a real environment when they go. And it has a lot of technology built into it. So it took nearly 9 months for us to work this out. And even now we are learning because it's such a deep technology that we've just entered the narrow level called in artificial intelligence. And as our machine learns, as our AI learns, and we as the users and the teachers of the machine, as you know, in AI, human knowledge is transferred to the machine, and then the machine starts to build its own intelligence. So we are at that beginning phase. And this is very exciting for us as Arabian Research Bureau and OIT. So what I'm showing you at this on the screen is what every visitor would do. So I'm just going to start off from the very beginning. The event is basically virtual.gedex.ai. That's the event registration. So once you come in, it shows that the event is started already 28th of March. It will run up to the 6th of April. It is open 24 hours because we have visitors not just from Muscat. Before we were only able to bring in students from Muscat and a bit from Sohar. But now we are able to bring students from Salala, from Jabal Akhdar or Masira. Logistically, it's possible, GCC and the world. So here in this platform, once the visitors, the students, the parents, the young professionals, or the lifelong learners, or even enthusiasts of education skills and education continuity, as well as the teachers and the technology developers can log in on virtual.gedex.ai. Then they just need to enter an email, which is a working email. Once they have entered the email, just a second, and then they basically enter a path, register now.
Okay.
So once they've registered, they receive a one-time password in their email. So once they receive the password, they need to enter it. So if you have any question, you can ask until I can retrieve the password.
I just want to know, so after I get the OTP and I enter the exhibition, from there on, I can choose, depending on which is my area, to GEDEX or TrainX or future skills. Is that how it works? I could choose any.
Yes.
Not everybody has to go through the same channel.
No, not everybody has to go through the same channel. Basically, since we have 2 editions of this event, we have now 100 exhibitors. So we have arranged everybody into 2 halls. And once we reorganize this event in the month of August, we will arrange it into different halls. But the way at the moment to enter is once this screen loads, it takes about less than a minute, as you have seen, once I've entered the OTP. You are asked to choose avatar. Now, this is where it gets interesting for young students and college graduates. So what you see on my screen is like a college student or a school student, and then we've got other avatars as well, a bit of young professionals. Also, we made arrangements for GCC visitors to come, and they can feel comfortable wearing the clothes they used to, as well as expatriates as well. Now, because I've signed up as a male, I'm getting these through artificial intelligence.
I was just wondering, okay.
Yeah.
So when the women register, they get their options.
Yes, they do. So that's how it works. And then I confirm to enter and I start the event. Now you can see the expanse of the Oman Convention Center, the drone view. and within no time, it welcomes you onto the platform. So this is what, Lakshmi, you were asking about the exact look and feel of the Oman Convention Center exterior. Now, the beauty of this platform is that we know people from Muscat have attended the event, but not people all across Oman and not all across GC. So this is the first time they would get an opportunity to see in 3 dimension and walk around as they would walk around the expanse of this beautiful convention center. And everything they see is exactly the way they would have seen it when they were allowed to come physically to this place. Now we've got a lot of flags there of our various events, a lot of branding of the participating universities outside.
I see.
A couple of booths of our associate companies, which are also training Omani people. For example, this company is training Omani people into the luxury yacht and boat business, which is Oman's pillar for tourism.
Okay.
And this another company of ours is training people for fitness, to Omanis to become fitness professionals of international caliber. And then after having visited those booths, of course, they walk into the convention center, look at a bit more of the branding of the sponsors, and then they start to enter the convention center as they would do in real life.
Now, the difference, I think, is because you spend about 9 to 10 months, you've got the details into it. In terms of exhibitors and the visitors, how can they interact?
Right. The exhibitors and visitors, how they interact is something I will show you once I have entered the platform. So the avatar, once he starts to enter or once she starts to enter, there's a lot of branding of our sponsors and the event details. Our event has grown in its magnitude because we started off as a higher education event for universities and colleges. And then we saw there is a lot of demand for technical and vocational training. What is now talked about is the future skills for people at any age where, because of the fourth industrial revolution, things like this are made possible. Even this platform is a part of the fourth industrial revolution: AI, ML, data science, 3D, virtual reality, and augmented reality, and all that stuff. What we are experiencing today as an exhibition, we would do it in a physical, manual way, driving up to face it, experience it ourselves. But now we can do it with the help of technology. So once the avatar walks in,
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to GHEDEX.
Okay.
I am Amar Abdullah Ba'abood, CEO of the Arabian Research Bureau and the OITE Group, the team behind GHEDEX. It's great to see you at GHEDEX, the Global Higher Education Exhibition, developing human capital in Oman and the GCC. We are now celebrating 20 years of this important event. The GHEDEX group of events has grown to include GHEDEX and TRAINEX, Technical Education and Vocational Training Exhibition, Future Skills Oman, preparing our human capabilities for Industry 4.0, and EdTech, the future of education.
Technology.
This groundbreaking exhibition has so much technology, including artificial intelligence, virtual reality, data science, and machine learning. Explore and enjoy all the opportunities that we have to offer, from training institutes, skill development centers, and universities. Make the most of this one-of-a-kind and valuable platform.
So what you saw
I just
now
want
is
to ask
also...
you, Sadiq, on the corner and the top of the screen, we had the visitors. So it shows 37 countries.
Yes.
And then at the
that's
bottom,
a live
there's a chat. So can people chat?
Yes, Lakshmi. As of now, because the machine is counting exactly real people and without any duplication, So it shows that as of now, 241 people have visited the event.
Okay.
And it removes all the duplications, because that's how the algorithms work.
Yes.
So every single person is data tagged. Every person is counted. His profile is registered. So it's all real people. And at the moment, there are 8 people live, including myself. And they have all visited from 37 countries. And then we further have breakdown, and not on this screen, from the different governorates in Oman.
Oh, so you get to see how many people are coming from each governorate.
Yes, and who is coming? For example, now I just received a call. I just went to one of our exhibitor booth just to check, and I received a call.
Yes.
And they said, like, yeah, we can do that. Yeah. So once we enter the event, here we have His Majesty Khabus, the leader Sultan Khabus, who put in the legacy for higher education, training, and skill development, as we all know, and made sure that Omani people, as well as us living here, got the opportunity to get well educated. And His Majesty Sultan Haitham carrying this forward legacy. And in his vision 2040, as you know, higher education, training, skill development, and human capital development is skills, skills is the core of the vision's first 5-year plan. So once we've seen that, we enter the lobby area. As you may be missing, this environment is exactly the lobby of the Oman Convention Center. Okay. So the avatar can walk around to the various places. Even what we paid attention to the walls, to the floors, to the furniture, so that our visitors and our exhibitors don't miss this, in spite of the restrictions. Okay. So it's like a gaming type experience for students and young professionals to walk around, to check out all the different brandings. Okay. And then when the avatar walks to the registration counter, you do things which you do normally when you visit a real exhibition. For example, as soon as you go there, you go and you make sure you make a audience at the registration counter. Get your badge. And the moment you go there, we have a GHEDEX virtual assistant, which is like a machine which asks you some questions. As you see, there are some questions already put up to me, or I can even type some questions. Like I just said, I'm here to explore different countries for study, and it will tell me information. And then I can start to type and ask things, and I will start to get answers. So basically it's, and this machine can keep learning. Mm-hmm. And if it does not know a particular question, next time when somebody else asks the same question, it would have got the answers by that time. Okay. And then the exhibition catalog, which is a favorite of everybody, the avatar can go there and pick it up, and it all goes into the briefcase. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. For that person. So once you've done that, and you've done a bit of a walk of the lobby, and you've seen a bit of exhibits around, and this is one of the exhibits which I also want to talk at this occasion. Maybe Amar can explain about it a bit more. It's our second innovation, which is going to be released very soon. Amar, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, Lakshmi, I know you're very excited to go into the exhibition to see all the stands. We'll get there very, very soon. This is the GHEDEX Hub app. So this is also something which we've been spending a lot of time and effort on, and this is the application for the education, training, and skills industry in Oman and the GCC. So this app is available all year, and it brings together everyone with an interest in these areas. You can set up your profile, you can get social, you can network with the who's who, everyone in education, training, and skills in the GCC. So it's alive, it's live throughout. Yes, correct. It's alive throughout. It's not just an app for the event. And it's something which will keep growing, keep building. And there's going to be continuous things to interest people to keep coming back to this app, such as news, jobs. So, people searching for jobs in these sectors. What's the latest trends and patterns in education? What are organizations saying about the skills which are required? So many different features, and it's like a LinkedIn, but more specific to education, training, and skills.
Okay, so that's something of a different platform. That's a social platform, social media.
Yes.
You never know, it could
Yes.
be growing, and it could be somewhere everybody in the sector could be represented. And
That's
also students, potential students. Now I really want to go in and see, because I'm keen on future skills too. I know all the parents are waiting for colleges.
Sure.
Because I
yes, while we walk away from here, just important to mention that this app is the world's first app from Oman. We haven't seen this on App Store or Google. I'm still to find something similar, where we bring in the universities, the students, the parents, the young professionals, all, and it can do the LinkedIn, the WhatsApp, the calling, the meeting, a lot of stuff. And we're just at phase 2 with our launching. So when they go closer, this real-time physics of our platform activates the machine, and the video starts to play.
Gedex is hybrid. We are proud to introduce you
So I will not
to the
spend
power
too much time
of our
here.
edu
This is for the
networks
visitors to
on our
see
Gedex
it.
Hub app.
I'm going to walk inside the exhibition center. Of course, there are a lot of videos which get activated when the avatar comes closer. So this is a technology which is called real-time physics. The way it works is, like, if everything is playing all the videos, it's going to become heavy.
Yes.
Only when that avatar comes close, it plays, so it doesn't become heavy. And that kind of mastering the robustness of the computer is something which is like, we are working on, and we've reached this level with our tech partners, and this can just get better as we learn and our machine learns how to modulate the algorithms. So now we're entering the halls. So I'm about to enter hall 3. At the moment, as I mentioned, the exhibition is in hall 2 and 3. Okay. Later on, it will be in the other places. As soon as you enter, there is something called future of work.
Okay.
And you asked about this. Now, everything is getting disrupted. The way we study, the way we teach, learning, teaching has all changed in the last 12 months. And the students are the best people who have experienced this. They never had school. They had to learn from home. Parents had to cope up and a lot. And they also are mindful that the future of work is going to be something like this. It's going to hit us very hard, very fast, and we already have started to experience this because of the pandemic. Now, the future of work is one of the pavilion what we have put inside this event, where the students can go and see what exactly is the future of work like. Learning through X-rays, machines, robots, and there's a video which plays as well. Everything moves by itself and everything works by itself. So what does the human do? And how do we find our space in this space of technology is what the students are going to kind of contemplate when they visit the future of work pavilion there. There are a lot of universities here. That's a booth for our upcoming event, Comics. Comics is a favorite event. That's the next one we will host on this platform. We're just promoting all the technologies there. You can see like things moving around and all this awesomeness is there. But this is an education event. So I'm going to take you to some of the universities. For example, this is Sohar University. When the avatar visits, you can see the green and blue line on the carpet, which is the line for activating real-time physics. This is another technology what we have used in this platform. So when I cross this line, you will see on the lower part of the computer that the GHEDEX logo changes into communication dynamics. So now you see there is a call to action button to make a video call, to chat with the exhibitor, to pick up a card or brochure. Now, exhibitors, because this is a 24-hour event, sometimes the exhibitors are manning it, sometimes it is autopilot mode. So let me try to see if they're manning it. I click on the call, there is Hassan Al-Ajmi, senior officer, but he's offline at the moment.
Okay.
So I cannot make a call,
But you can do it.
But he knows that I've paid a visit to his booth. And just this morning it happened, one of the universities, they called me on my normal phone. They said, you came to our booth, do you need something? We weren't there. And that's how the data capturing at the exhibitor point works. Now I know they're not there, so I don't disturb them. Then I can go around, walk into the booth and check for myself. And all this display is like LED, much better than printed posters put on the wall.
Yes. And it's also paperless economy then.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now,
So yes, go on, Lakshmi.
Looking ahead, do you think this sort of events are going to be around for a while as we continue with the pandemic? And is this a future? Because also education-wise, students, even in colleges abroad, they have come back and sometimes they're still there away from families. So do you see a tendency from the colleges, universities who are being represented here that they're open for digital learning?
Amar, you like to take that?
Sure, yes. Actually, that's a really good question. I actually think that we're actually making the future here. Like what we're doing here is very, very special. We're saying that this is a first in the Arab world, but even when we've spoken to our exhibitors, like universities from New Zealand, from Canada, they're very, very excited and amazed by this platform. They haven't seen anything like it, and we're all learning together how to use it. I think if it hadn't been for COVID, we wouldn't have been in the situation where we have such technology in the events industry. And I think COVID has changed the events industry for the whole future. This kind of virtual platform will definitely be around. However, having said that, for us, we've decided that all our future events, when we're allowed to do physical events, they will all be hybrid because the physical event and the virtual event both complement each other. There's a lot of things that you can do on the virtual event which you can't in the physical, but also as humans, we also do like to travel to new countries, experience the culture, get to be there physically. So I think hybrid is the new normal, and I think that virtual events are definitely here to stay. And we're learning together. The exhibitors, of course, it's new to them, it's new for us. They were at the start, there were a few small glitches here and there, which we were able to fix quite quickly. And on the second time round, it will be much quicker. And I think these issues would not happen again. So yes, virtual is definitely here to stay.
Okay, so I just want to say that this is a splendid concept that you've actually taken us through this preview or actual visit, virtual visit. So our viewers can also attend the sessions. And are there workshops or speakers, or usually you have conference on the sidelines? Is there something like that with speakers?
Actually, for this current GHEDEX, no, this is just an exhibition. However, of course, all our previous GHEDEX events have had conferences, workshops, seminars. So this is kind of a warm up for the next GHEDEX, which is happening in autumn and in late August, which will have conferences. People will be able to attend the conferences either physically or virtually. So that's all in the process, and we have great conference attached to this event, which is quality in higher education, and also there's the awards for excellence in education, which are both bringing in top experts to talk about how can we focus on the quality in education rather than just the quantity, and also how to encourage and award universities for really important aspects such as the number of international students, because mixing with international students is just as important as experience as the actual technical learning, for the counseling, guidance, mentors that students can have at universities, because we know that without guidance and counseling that students won't be as strong as they can in the lifelong learning, lifelong careers. So all these different features are being developed and will be there in the next GHEDEX. But for now, we're focusing on this exhibition. What you see now, by the way, it's a live demo which Sadiq is showing through Zoom. When you actually visit the actual platform, virtual.gedex.ai, it's much more clearer, much more smoother, and the experience is even more awesome.
Okay, that sounds very interesting. And I can see lots, and I'm looking at University of Sydney, a lot of national universities and international, regional universities. And I'm sure it's going to create a lot of excitement for students. And this actually shows that student anywhere in the world could be participating in these 10 days. So the opportunity, maybe it was a crisis, but the opportunity is tremendous for both the students as well as the organizers as well as participants. So
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Lakshmi. Actually, we started to promote this event in the GCC to begin with. And we started to invite schools in Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi to get students to register to the platform and to experience it. Because in the Arab world, nobody has seen such a or kind of used such a platform, which is gaming, which is 3D, which has got a lot of interaction, communication, a lot of things built into it, just the exhibition part of it. So we have this opportunity. The universities are putting in their time to be there at the booths. So anybody from anywhere, and now we are happy to see 37 countries have registered so far. And we hope this just grows, and then we will start to get the statistics as to who, how many from which country came in. And what we are very happy is that it is Oman opening up exhibition potential to the GCC and the world.
True. That's the other dimension to it.
Yes, and the focus of our conference, as Amar mentioned, and I just want to repeat it, is quality in higher education. And the awards which we're giving out in August, the excellence in higher education, these are certain things which are getting Omani universities and colleges to prepare for international students and to become competitive in the region and the world. And once that happens, thousands and thousands of students, if they come and study in Oman, like I went to study in Scotland and I saw what became of that city of 80,000 students renting apartments and food and entertainment and opportunities for local people. Something like that can happen. Amar is like educated in Cambridge, so he knows what I'm saying. This can happen to Oman, and this is where it starts, we believe.
Well, those are big, ambitions, and rightfully so, because that's the future. And really, there should not be any limitations. And I want to say thank you so much for taking us on this tour. And I wish you all the best, both of you and the team, as well as all the participants and the students, because they are the priority and they get to see and experience it all for themselves and build their future. I want to say thank you, Amar, Babood, and Sadiq Khan, for being with us. And thank you. This is noted. And we'll catch up with you
with all the latest
activities.
Thank you so much. And we look forward to visitors, students, parents, young professionals. Don't mind the age, because skill development is for every age person. The address for this event is virtual.gedex.ai.
True.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I wish all the students the best. And I'm sure this is going to be an exciting place for parents as you plan out your children's future. And until next time then, take care. I'm Lakshmi Kathanet with Nasser Al-Harasi.